Good morning, it's day 8 walking across Ireland from Dublin to the Great Blasket Islands in Kerry. It's just stopped raining now, so I'm going to get up and get going. But the issue I'm going to have today is that my clothes, I tried to wash them a couple of days ago, didn't get them dry, they're still damp. So I'm going to get wet today. The problem is, what do I change into when I get wet? Should never leave a trace anytime you go camping. As you can see here, a little bit of flattened grass, but other than that, not a trace. I'm gonna get going now. It's actually cleared up quite a bit. It does look like it'll rain again, but it's cleared up quite a bit, which is nice. I'm just having my breakfast. Well, my breakfast is just water for now. I'll have something later. Look how clear that water is. Stream water in Ireland is so clear. It's grand. Let's go. There's a shop just up the road. There was a shop just up the road here, and this was the storeroom, and they had to put this storeroom here because the lorries, the trucks that used to come, they wouldn't be able to navigate this small lane. It was too narrow for them. So they built this little storeroom for all the goods, and then they take them up to the shop as and when they needed them. The shop closed in 1961, but it was here for a long time, and there's a sign back there saying that it was also a very popular place for people to play cards, and locals would travel as far as Enniscorthy to get their supplies such as bread and milk and whatever else necessities they had back then. This is a very interesting pub here. It's 300 years old. It's called Talon's, the Dying Cow, and it got its name from the 1920s when a group of men were in here all day drinking and late night drinking, and at that time there was a law in Ireland whereby you could only drink late or all day during the day if you travelled in good faith. And this meant that you had to have travelled at least 3 miles that day, not for the purpose of refreshment but in good faith, so for business or, you know, on a journey of some sort. And the group that were caught in here by the police said that they were tending to a dying cow, and that was their reason for being there that day, so they were let off. The problem was that because 3 miles is not a long distance when you're driving, they had to change that law in the 1940s because drink driving got out of hand, and you know, it was easy to just drive here for anyone that wanted to bypass that law. Pub's not open right now because it's so early, but I would have loved to have gone inside here. This is more like what I expected walking around Ireland. I didn't expect to be walking in the fields with the fairies and the glens, all that stuff, all that good stuff. I fully expected to be walking on these little country lanes and hoping that they would be quiet, which they are so far. It's been brilliant. But I expected this because I knew I needed to manage my expectations with this trip and not, you know, wanting to be always out in the wild, because that doesn't exist all over Ireland. It is about managing my expectations at this point, and I'm loving this walk. I think because of that, I'm really enjoying these country lanes and just walking through this wonderful countryside. It's been fantastic. And there hasn't been much of this, but man's got a drink. Oh, yeah. Just so you know, the reason I eat so many sausages is because I've spent most of the last 10-12 years out of not in Ireland, and sausages are crap everywhere in the world. Even the Germans got them wrong. The bratwurst, currywurst, they're good, but they're not the same. So ever since I've come back, I'm just obsessed with eating sausages. I'll get through it. It's a phase. I'm sure it will pass. I'm not too bothered if it does or not. I like them. I love sausages. look at this. Look how green it is. Really cool. Now this adventure, it has been an adventure every bit as exciting as the other trips that I've done. The sheep. It's been every bit as exciting. Now I never know where I'm going to sleep. I'm always looking forward to getting a coffee or food in the next place, and the scenery is just absolutely out of this world. Like, it's so different to what I'm used to seeing on my other trips. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Hello. It's the River Slaney, and by the way, I'm in Wexford. So I left Wicklow today and now I'm in Wexford. Today I walked past the town of Shillelagh, and I finally made it to Clonegal, the end of the Wicklow Way. But from there I walked to Kildavin and then to the trailhead here. But for the whole time in this evening, the late afternoon, I started to feel the jitters, like a bit anxious, a bit nervous, because I was thinking, you know, where am I going to sleep tonight? Am I going to find a campsite? So even after all this time, I still do have that pop up in my head, and I have to correct myself. You know, at one point down here I stopped and I looked and there were sheep in the middle of the field, and I said, look, those sheep stand there almost every single night like that and nothing happens to them. So I said, you're right, Derek. Think like a sheep.